Hello everyone, we are live and we are getting ready to do a demonstration on our LW500 Latchbar Exercise System. I'm sure you've seen a lot of demonstrations, but you haven't seen a live one yet, not on Facebook. So you're getting ready to see all of what you normally see on my demonstrations. So I'm not going to hesitate, I'm going to get right to it. I'm using the sit-up assistant, and it compiles of a basic latch bar, and you're using a set of latch bar straps assembly. Okay, so we just want to get warmed up. We're talking about the LW500 Latchbar Exercise System. This system can be found on the website www.LW500products.net. So, we want to conduct a workout demonstration, and that's what we are in the process of doing. So, we are using a basic latch bar, and it is equipped with two sets of straps because we are doing sit-ups and we're also doing crunches. We've already done the sit-up demonstration, so now we're demonstrating the crunch. So you need to make sure that your straps are adjusted accordingly. When you're in the lying position, you want to make sure that you have no slack in your straps if you're doing a crunch. And you want it to be the same when you're setting yourself up to do sit-ups. So you're conducting the sit-up or the crunch also using the latch bar, which the latch bar acts as if it is a spotter. So a spotter usually holds your feet down. You are actually holding your feet down yourself using the latch bar, but you're also assisting your sit-up, making it much, much easier while using the set of adjusted straps, adjusted so that you could do your sit-up, so that you do not have to do a sit-up holding onto your head, and you can actually work your bicep at the same time as you're working your abs. So you're not trying to pull yourself off the floor without the use of your abs. You want to make sure you're including your abs, and you're only using what's necessary to assist you. If you don't need anything, that's a good thing. However, you'll find that it's much, much more comfortable using the latch bar attachment system. This will also enable you to go back or lie back down in a motion that it doesn't impact your back. So you can assist yourself in laying down after you're doing the sit-up, because I know enough of us have problems with our backs and we don't want to injure our back any further. So using that latch bar, you can also do a number of other type exercises. We're going to move on to a stretch using the basic latch bar. We're going to put it in position on our feet the same exact way. And we're going to stretch. We all love to stretch, I'm sure. Pull your legs all the way in, all the way back as far as you can. Feel those knees crack. Straighten your legs. Keep those knees locked. Pull your legs towards your head. Keep your legs locked. You can do it. And then to get back up, just thrust your legs forward, and you'll go back into the sit-up position. We have another demonstration using a basic latch bar. This time we have the round bar also attached with some resistance bands. So we're going to use the basic latch bar, the flat part and the round part, and conduct our exercise. Now these are, you have one extreme resistance band, which is a tubular resistance band, and you have a medium flat resistance band. These resistance bands are looped over, so it increases the amount of resistance to whatever level you'd like it to be. So if you want more, add more resistance. If you want less, take something away. You can also do pulls while you're in a sitting position. Of course, you could do the same exercise if you were standing up also. But if you were sitting in a comfortable position, just think, you could work your biceps and you could work your abs also. Additionally, you can work your legs while you're doing this, though. You need to remember, you're also working your arms, your shoulders, and your back muscles, because it takes a lot to hold the bar back and generate the resistance that you're doing. So we're going to put that on the side for now. I'm going to move on to the next exercise demonstration. This exercise will be also similar. It is part of your core exercise. Don't worry, we're not going to always get on the floor. We have a lot of demonstrations to show you. So you're still working on your core. This is going to be a pull-up crunch, where we have a set of straps attached to a flat latch bar that's mounted to the wall. Of course, while I'm demonstrating the latch bar exercise system, I'm also getting a workout. So we can also, as I had indicated, we can do pulls. We can do a stand-up exercise with the same latch bar that we were lying down using to do the demonstration. Now you can hold it in place, and you can do a semi-squat also. All right, you want to pick it up and put it in a hanging position. This way, it is out of the way. Okay, now we're going to use our latch bars that are set up on a wall board. We have 5 latch bars on this wall board over here. We're going to utilize 4 of them. We're going to use the top one to do a pull down crunch. We're going to utilize the other ones to do different exercises. So just follow right along, please. Thank you very much. Those of you that have logged on to actually witness my demonstration, I really, really appreciate it. We're also going to do a side crunch from left to right. Then we have side mounts that are set up vertically. And we have a hand grip attached with a tubular resistance band. And as you recall, on the universal systems, they would have those things on the side where you actually had to pull inward. Well, you can simulate that with the resistance band workout also. And the level of difficulty is whatever you want it to be. So if you want to use more resistance, just add more resistance. And the more you stretch, the more difficult it becomes. So I'm just holding on, doing an isometric here for a moment. And as I release it, I don't let it go all the way back. In order to use resistance bands properly, you are supposed to make sure that you maintain resistance on your resistance band while you are conducting your exercise. And you never have to pull the resistance band to the maximum if you do not want to. Once you start pulling on that resistance band, even if it's just a little bit, if you do it for a timed amount of time, you'll find that it's going to benefit you just as well. As you pull down on it even further, it's going to become more difficult. Yes. And the benefits won't really change. It's just that you're going to be working much harder. And you'll probably achieve what your goal is a little bit quicker than if you were doing it much slower and by time. So you can work yourself as hard as you want using this system, or you can make it as easy as you want. Now, excuse my back, you can also work on the wall board with the attachments, of course, pulling and doing all sorts of other type exercise. And you can increase the resistance to your desire. Of course, you can turn around and conduct whatever exercise you possibly can. Remember, these are challenging. You can make it much easier. We're going to turn our bench around. And as promised, I said we would work on 4 latch bars. We work on 1, 2, 3, and now we're getting ready to demonstrate using the 4th latch bar, which is mounted on the wall. Now this particular setup is set up mounted on a wall board, and the wall board is then mounted to the wall. You don't have to do that. We have another setup on the other side that I'll be using, which does not have a wall board. It's directly mounted to your wall. But you must make sure, for safety purposes, that you mount your product to the stud inside the wall. So you need to use a stud finder in order to mount your product. I do not have pre-drilled holes because studs are all over the place. And if I went by the standard 16-inch code, you would find they do not line up. So we're only talking about a wood product that you can drill a hole into. And believe me, as you can see, it's very, very efficient and works well. So what we're going to do now is a press, as you probably guessed. How about that? And this is what I mean. You don't have to bring the resistance band all the way to the down position in order to conduct your exercise. You want to make sure that you maintain resistance while doing your exercise. Okay, now we also have a set of straps for your ankles. We're going to attach the ankle straps so that we can do some leg exercise. So I said this is a full body exercise system. We didn't leave anything out. should I say, I didn't leave anything out. I am the owner of the system. I am the designer of the system. I am the patent owner. I am the name brand owner. I am also a client because I use my system daily in order to make sure that I can stay in shape, some kind of shape. Not just that, I use my system to recover from major hip replacement surgery. This product is also very therapeutic, so it is used, resistance bands are used in recovery. I'm sure all of you know that. So as I said, I used my system to recover from major hip surgery because at the time, my system was a prototype, but a usable prototype in which I chose not to go to a rehabilitation center, but to rehabilitate myself using the Latch Bar exercise equipment. So you can see what we're doing here. You could also add more resistance if you like. Very simple to do. Here's the resistance set up right here. All you have to do is take the carabiner and just pop it down there, and now you have more resistance. I'm not going to do it on the other side, but you see what I'm talking about. All right? Your hamstring will start to feel that. And if you haven't been exercising for a while, your hamstring will probably react later on that night. So you want to make sure you don't overdo any exercise. Always do a slow startup from the beginning and then increase as you go along. You can also turn around. These are straps, so they just go right around very easily. And you have a carabiner. Those are all very quick, disconnect, reconnect. So it's easy to transform your setup nice and quick. So now you can extend your legs forward, and instead of you feeling it on your hamstring, now you feel it on your upper part of your thigh, and you also feel it in your hip sections. So it strengthens your hips, and as you lean backwards, as I am, you'll also feel it in your abdomen. Now there are also straps for your thighs that you could also use. I have them, but I am not going to demonstrate that. You can also put these straps around your wrist. Try to make it tight, but it doesn't want to cooperate. I'll go back and try this one again. I don't want it all the way up my arm. Okay, here we go. So while sitting on this bench or standing up, you can now use this and do exercise with your arms, because your arms are now attached. And believe me, you will feel it. How about that? You can be very, very creative using the Latch Bar Exercise System. Of course, you can use anything that you have already set up, or set up some additional items to conduct your workout. Okay. So now, while we're still sitting here, I want to take a seat on the floor. And we have also floor-mounted components. And with them, you'll be able to expand your exercise even further. So now, we can still work on our core plus our glutes, our hamstrings are all involved in this exercise. And as you do it, you will feel the burning sensation all up and down the back of your lower posterior of your anatomy. A very, very good exercise, as all of these are. So we're going to disconnect that. Just place one end to the side. And now I'm going to grab an extreme flat resistance band, where this will provide a bit more comfort. But you'll be able to conduct basically the same exercise and more. It's up to you. The level of difficulty obviously becomes more if you do it with your hands on the floor. But don't think for one moment that this is easy using the bench. Oh yes. You want to get in shape? The Latch Bar Exercise System will help you get in the best of shape you've ever been in. All you have to do is use the system. Now before I go away to another position, you have also an opportunity to take advantage of the flat resistance band and do multiple different exercises. And Once you start pulling on the resistance band, no matter what position you're in, you're doing an exercise. So excuse my back. In fact, I won't go that way. I will do it from the front side so that you can see better what's going on. I have the resistance band across the palm of my hands. So I'm using my hand as the point of leverage. Where you're using the latch bar, you're using the latch bar as your point of leverage. So you could obviously place a significantly more leverage using the latch bar system. So this, as long as you have light resistance bands, it's not going to impact your hands as badly. But heavy duty resistance bands, you will not be able to extend as we are these lighter resistance bands. But believe me, these are giving me a workout, as it would you also. Now you can also take these resistance bands and do what we call resistive jogging. It's a jogging in place effort, but with resistance bands around you. The resistance bands, one around your waist and one around your chest. And do a timed jog, maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes, whatever you feel you can do. That's what you do. That's how you exercise. You exercise always to your limit, not to someone else's limit. Now, of course, in order to achieve this exercise here, we are still using the latch bar attachment system because it is attached to this vertical setup here, and we're on the top latch. Each one of the latches will withstand 300 pounds of torque. You're using a resistance band. No way will you ever be able to achieve 300 pounds of torque. So let's just calm down. So you have multiple resistance bands on each latch bar. On the multiple latches, I'm sorry. On the deluxe latch bar, you have 5 latches. And on the basic latch bar, you have 3 latches. And then you have a single latch bar, which only has 2 latches. Now, what can we do with a single latch bar? We can do an awful lot with a single latch bar because you have to remember, you may want to work out only one side or one leg or one arm or what have you at a time. So if that's what you want to do, the single latch bar is for that. And it does have a companion, which is the hand grip. So you have a pair there, but they're universal, interchangeable. We use everything mixed all together and however you'd like to use it. So with the hand grip, we're actually going to put our foot onto the resistance band. And over on my right hand side, we're going to put our foot onto the single latch bar. And now we can actually conduct a workout as such. And it will be efficient too, especially if you do this long enough, you'll find that your muscles are going to start to burn. When your muscles start to burn, you know that you're getting a benefit out of what you are doing. So make sure you do an adequate job as you're working out, no matter what you're using. Don't cheat yourself because there's no one else to cheat. You're trying to achieve something yourself. Here we go. 2 hand grips with a resistance band attached. It's a light resistance band. However, it is doubled over, so its resistance level has increased. So you want to do expansions. And remember, as I had indicated, you don't have to extend it fully in order to get the benefits from it. So you're just expanding it enough to generate the burning sensation that I'm getting in my back and my shoulders right now. That's what you're trying to achieve. Now, of course, if you wanted to expand it all the way, be my guest. And hold it there. And bring it in slowly. Okay? Until there's no resistance. And you'll feel a tremendous burn. You'll know that you're getting the benefits out of that exercise. And that's what you want to continue to do. Get benefits from what you're doing. Now I'm just going to throw in a couple of portables for the moment. And then we're going to go back to a floor mount. And we're going to utilize our push-up system. Nothing changed, nothing easy about push-up. So if you want to use this system in order to do a press, here you go. You can do a press. You can put it on your shoulders. You can do a squat. You can add more resistance so that you will have adequate resistance, especially just to do a squat. Because you remember, your legs are a heck of a lot stronger than what your arms are. So I have this set up in a demonstration mode in order for me to be able to conduct these multiple exercises. You can also do curls with the same setup. There you go. This is called the 44-inch, and this is your deluxe flat latch bar that you've seen me use all over the place. We're not done yet, so we're not going anywhere. So we have the upper and the lower set up with multiple resistance bands, and you can add or subtract your quantity of resistance bands to determine the amount of resistance that you would like to use. Once again, we're conducting pulls. Now you can have your arms toward the inside, or you can do a wide stance and have your arms also on the outside. It's your choice. You pull on it and hold it, and you'll get a nice isometric. Or just work it slowly, making sure you keep the resistance extended. That's the proper way to use the resistance band. Now, if you bring your feet back to the inside and your grips to the inside, you could also pull up on it and do a semi-squat. That's right. The versatility of using the Latch Bar Exercise System is unbelievable. This was not discovered for that reason at all, though. This came about as just a general workout, and then I recognized all the opportunities and what it could do for so many others, not just me. If I kept it to myself, I thought that would be being just a little bit selfish. So I didn't want to do that. So I decided, hey, this product needs to be shared with everyone. So this is our lay on, sit on latch bar, of which I can lay down, and I will, and conduct this same type of press. Because essentially, that is what I'm doing if I'm laying down and this is underneath me. So you can hold it out and do a nice iso. Bring it back in nice and slow. You can hang everything up when you're finished. So it doesn't take a lot of space. Obviously, I have a lot of duplicates because I want to be able to quickly demonstrate the exercise to you without disconnecting and reconnecting every single item. So here we are. We have here a set of elevators, and with these elevators, we can place the latch bar on top, and we can conduct a push-up. How about that? Now, for those of you that find push-ups really, really easy to do, you can also add resistance and then conduct your push-up. How about that? So we're going to add the resistance right to our bar, just like that. And then we're going to put ourselves in the middle. Then we're going to put our latch bar in place. So I feel the resistance already. Go down partially and bring yourself back up. How about that? I know, I'm just showing off now. I'm sharing what the system can do. There is no other system you've seen like this before. I know. So I'm just going to put this on the side for a moment, because we still have a long way to go. We're going to use this other floor mat over here because we can get to it a little bit better. And let me check my parameters here. Sometimes they get a little over anxious and they jump the slot. And then they tend to want to be difficult. Or should I say stubborn for a moment? Okay, looks like it's all set now. I'm going to assume a lying position right on top of the floor mount. And now, as I was standing before conducting this same exercise, I am now lying on the floor. Put it back over my head, and now I can sit up. Now I can do the same thing with the portable one. This one happens to be mounted to the floor, but your weight would hold it in the floor position, just as you saw me demonstrating the exercise while I was standing up. Now you can also do a pull on this one. You have more of an extreme type setup. I am going to disconnect one side. Let me do a time check. I think we should be about 48 minutes. Gives me an opportunity to continue, because we're never going to be able to do all of the different exercises in one setting. I must keep this under 60 minutes. So we will. So now we want to strengthen our neck. That's right. Your neck is very important. So you want to make sure you strengthen your neck and your shoulders. If there's an opportunity to do so, take advantage of it. Also, let me disconnect this. And I'm going to put myself in between. And I'm going to turn over slide it up just a little bit. So now I have it more across my back. And it's quite a bit of resistance. So we're not going to do a push-up per se, but this pushing up action right here that we're doing is very, very challenging. So after that one, you need to take a rest. How you like that? We're moving right along, and we're still not finished with what we were doing. So now we're going to stand right in the middle of both of these straps, and we're going to firmly grab them as we're in a scoop position, and now we're going to pull the strap up and stand up completely. Stand all the way up, pulling the strap. And now you can conduct more squats, holding the straps as high as you can possibly hold them. You will be working your arms and your legs at the same time. Of course, you can individually pull on those resistance bands and work your arms as well. Here we go. All right. Here we have another floor mount. And this is a 44-inch latch bar. So they are notoriously known for doing squats, but you can do an awful lot of exercise other than squats. We can do pulls forward. We can do pulls backwards. You can do curls, but these curls are difficult, more so than the other one. You know, we're moving right along. I have so many more exercises to actually demonstrate for product usage. I'm just going to reposition the camera just for a few moments because I only have a few more moments before we're over the limit. So I'm going to reposition the camera so that you'll be able to see the other side over here, where this is a wall mount mounted directly to the wall. And using that, we can use a floor mat, we can use a bench. In fact, let's get a bench over here real quick. And we'll use the bench. just going to get that in so that you can see a short usage of this wall mount system on the other side, which is more conducive to what you would probably have in your home because it's mounted directly to the wall, not to a wall board. But I'm not shortchanging anyone because I know a lot of you got, mad skills. So that's all we got for today. I am so happy that I was able to present on Facebook and, of course, it being live. The Latch Bar Exercise System can be found on www.LW500products.net. I believe there's some associated discounts. You should log on and possibly a chance to win some product. It's coming soon. So stay tuned. Log on to the site frequently so that you can take advantage of some of these offers. Not just that, you have more than 100 demonstrations that are on YouTube. Log on to YouTube, put in the search field my product name, LW500 Latchbar Exercise System, and subscribe. Please subscribe. I need subscribers so that I can get my own channel. I'm doing a lot of demonstrations, and all I ask you to do is just subscribe. It doesn't cost you a thing. Please help me out. Have a great day.